Hello pool players, Ron here. Welcome once again to the Pool Student Channel, and thank you very much for watching, everyone. Many of you have watched lately. I've been shooting these 15 ball rotation patterns, and some good things have been happening when I've been doing that. I've been trying to avoid colliding with other balls because I don't want to knock them into a cluster situation where I have to break them out later. So I'm trying to methodically move through the rack without contacting any other balls. That really helps us in 9 ball and 10 ball as well, you know that. So in doing that, I've discovered something here. I ran into a shot that was really intriguing to me, and I thought, you know what, I got to share this with you guys as subscribers. It's kind of more on the advanced type position play shot, but it's okay for like an intermediate player and maybe a B or a B plus player. You know, anybody beyond that would probably know this shot. But I just thought it was really interesting because I hadn't really paid attention to it before, but now I am. So what I've done here is I've reset the balls in the pattern that I shot this opening shot, this one ball, into the side pocket. Now the cue ball is right here, but it's on an off angle. It's cutting back into the side pocket, and the 2 ball is way down here. And we have some traffic, so we've got to avoid that. Normally I would probably just go boom, 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 and around over to here, but I can't because of the traffic. So I have to use this side of the table, and the only traffic then I have to worry about are these balls or these balls. And if I can come between here, and maybe even like right through this angle here, I can get on this too real easily. And that's the shot I want to show you. So without further ado, let's check it out. Now let's take a look at where the cue ball goes. I've marked it with a paper reinforcement just so that I can reshoot the shot, and I've marked where the 1 ball is as well. Now the reason I did this is because I would want to experiment, and that's what I would suggest to you guys that are maybe wanting to try to perform this shot, so that you can reset these balls. And then you can shoot the cue ball with different spin to get the idea of how this cue ball is going to travel. You know, when I shot this shot initially, I surprised myself because I had this shot that was a little straighter. It was into that side pocket for a 4 ball, and the 5 ball was down here, but there again, I had a little bit of a cut angle, and I had a lot of traffic that was over in this area, and the 5 was behind it. So I had to stun up table, come off the side cushion and back down, and actually had to come around the ball as well. And I just imagined the shot. And that's another subject in itself. Once you understand how the cue ball reacts with stun and spin, it just all of a sudden will come to you. It's like, I know exactly what I need to do here, and you just perform. And that's what happened to me there. And because of that, I wanted to then share this with you because this shot is very common and it's very simple. So now let's go ahead and shoot it. We're going to shoot it with inside spin, so I'm going to put some right spin on this ball, pure right. I've got to avoid the scratch, so if I stun it wrong, if I hit this with too much pop, it could go right into that corner. I've got to be aware of that. I've got to also try to make sure I stun it enough to hit this top cushion. And then it's going to, with the spin on the cue ball, it's going to come across to hit this side rail and then come through this opening to get on the tube. Now, if I hit it with too much spin, I'll run into these balls. If I hit it with too little spin, I'll hit it into this 5 ball. Okay, so that's the beauty of setting up this shot over and over and practicing it, because you're going to get a feel for how much spin and speed that you need to apply. So let's go. Not bad, not bad. And that's something I was going to say as well. The 9 ball, let's put it back here where it was just past the diamond. The 9 ball, as this cue ball comes in, can act as a stopper. Now, there's 2 things that are happening there. That means that I put a little more spin on this cue ball to get it to travel through this lane rather than this lane. Now, if I had put a little less spin, it could have scratched. Okay? So we've got to be aware of that. Now let's go ahead and shoot it with, let's do it this way. Let's shoot it with a lot of spin, and I'm predicting that I'll run into this 10 and 3. I'm going to catch it so I don't move them because I've got these located. I don't have them marked, but they're located per the picture on my video. So let's see if I can spin it a little bit too much and hit these. Almost hit them. I overspun it. Did you see how it came on the inside of it? I think you're getting the picture right now of what I'm talking about. This is what I do, and this is what helps me understand the physics, because I get feedback of how much I struck the cue ball, but also how much I've spun the cue ball. So now I'm going to try to spin it less, and I'm going to try to hit this 5. How about that? Perfect, perfect. So I just wanted to share this with you guys by changing your tip position, your spin, and the amount of speed you hit your cue ball. You can change the travel path of your cue ball, even though it's the same exact shot, okay? This is an awesome one for breakouts. It's an awesome one to get without pounding the cue ball. You can gain position. Look, we went clear to that end of the table, all the way back down here, got position on the 2, and we're off to the races. Lots of good things can happen with this shot. Set up the balls this way. You can set up different patterns if you want. And just mark your 2 locations for your cue ball and your object ball, in this case the 1 ball, and you can then reshoot the shot, apply different spin, and you'll learn from there. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. I'll answer every one. And until next time, like I always say, keep on practicing.